ସେଇଠି ଭଲ ଲାଗିବ। कौन कहबी जो प्रोग्रामटा तो होता है। अच्छा आज बहुत मत खुशी लगुच। अच्छा आज मत बहुत खुशी लगुच मो पिलांकर ये VIBGYOR 2025 फंक्शन को आसिक पिला माने बहुत भल भाव में ऑर्गेनाइज कर आज प्रोग्राम फास्ट दिन आशा करुच्ची डिसिप्लिन भाव में प्रोग्राम टाकू एंजॉय करेंगे विदिन लिमिट सबू आमर डीन मैडम गोठू आरंभ कर आमर सबू जाक सार मैडम मु जहाँ शुणी जानिली जे पिला माननकु निश्चित भाव में प्रोग्रामटा से माने एंजॉय करंतु आउ डिसिप्लिन भितर रहीकि एंजॉय करंतु आ मु सेमानंकर उज्जवल भविष्य कामना करछि से माने भविष्य रे भल डाक्टर होंतु कॉलेज रे ना रखंतु यूनिवर्सिटी ना रखंतु देश रे ना रखंतु। थैंक यू।
के नीचे बाइक दे दे फोन दे दे पहले बाइक ले लेते उसके बाद आप फोटो उठाएंगे। ठीक है आगे आगे भाई भाई
जल्दी करो मैडम किसी चल ना तोड़े परे करेबो
नीचे सांग सांग पड़ेगा
नमस्कार आज आमर VIBGYOR एनुअल फेस्ट IDS सोआ कैंपस रे आरंभ होती ग्रेस कर वाइस प्रेसिडेंट शिक्षा अनुसंधान यूनिवर्सिटी वाइस प्रेसिडेंट शाश्वती मैडम वी आर वेरी ग्रेटफुल टू हर आम पिला माने आज 7 days धरिके तांकर क्रिएटिविटी एंजॉयमेंट एंटरटेनमेंट रे तांकर शोकेस करेंगे टैलेंटा दिस इज सेटा निहाती दरकार एकेडमिक संगे एंटरटेनमेंट पिला निहाती दरकार यहाँ आम लास्ट 2 years पेंडिंग थिला ए वर्ष आम करूँ तापाई आम ऑनरेबल प्रेसिडेंट मनोज रंजन सार को बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद दौचु आ पिला माने आज एंजॉय करेंगे।
celebrate talent, creativity, and the unstoppable spirit of our college at the VIBGYOR 2025, which has been a tradition since 2008. We are gathered here to witness a beautiful blend of tradition and modernity, where every performance will be a sparkle of art and every moment will be a memory to cherish.
But before we begin this journey of music, dance and joy, let us introduce ourselves. I am Dipyasha Das.
I, Akansha Monti,
Feel truly honored to be your host in this inaugural session. Culture is the essence of any institution, and such events are not
the journey of joy, creativity, and cultural harmony with open hearts and cheerful spirits.
On behalf of the dignitaries of the organizing committee, we welcome our respected dean. Request the members of the delegation committee to escort the guests on the dais. And to present the beautiful green panthers to our distinguished guests as a token of our love, respect, and gratitude. And I also request Dr. Ipsita ma'am to please come on the dais.
Every auspicious occasion begins with the dispelling of darkness and the ushering in of light. Light is a symbol of knowledge, positivity, and hope. To mark the beginning of this special event, we shall now invoke the divine blessings by lighting the ceremonial lamp, the diya. May this light illuminate our minds, inspire our hearts, and guide us to see Ganesh Mandana.
वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव
term of encouragement with us.
Good morning. थोड़ा जोर से. Okay. ना बहुत हो गया. I was just checking whether you listen to the speakers or not. That's all. It's fine, Honorable Vice President Madam Saraswati Das, Chair and the Chief Guest of this occasion, Professor Dr. Ruchi Bhuya, esteemed Dean, Faculty of Dental Sciences, Professor Gopal Chaudhary, Medical Superintendent, Institute of Dental Sciences, Professor Abhijita Mahapatra, Associate Dean, Examination of the Institute, Dr. Ipsita Mohanty, and also our better half, Dr. Radha Prasad Dalai, those are looking after the coordination of this VIBGYOR 2025. Let's have a big round of applause on behalf of me and also on behalf of the University. Give me 2-3 minutes without clapping. After that you start clapping, otherwise it will be, what I can say, mess in between speaking and getting the recognition. As all of you know, today is a very special day for all of us. And why it is special? Let me say a few lines. From learning to luxury, from classroom to celebration, from white coat to black coat, and ... And after that, when you are listening to two eminent speakers, both of them are speaking about the discipline line. Why they are confined to discipline? I'll again not repeat the term, rather I will use a favorite statement of our revered president, the founder president, Professor Manoj Ranjan Naik sir. Beyond go the line, or don't go beyond the line. Sir always says to students and to faculty members too, just don't go beyond the line. What does it mean? Be disciplined. Because I'm a professor of marketing, I'm presenting things and the same thing in a different way. As all of you know that Sid Khera, the motivator, the greatest motivator, what does he say? Don't do different things, do things differently. As all of you know, this is 9th best All India as per NIRF ranking. So we must have to behave like a student or faculty of 9th best institute. Otherwise there is a perception gap, there is a peer review gap, there are so many issues which are bigger components of NIRF. And this is not the right time to discuss all this. As Madam and Sir has already told you, enjoy to the fullest. What you mean, what is the fullest and what is enjoyment. And then again, don't go beyond the line. So within the line, how can you enjoy? That only known to the student who is having a highest level of integrity, highest level of honesty, highest level of credibility, and finally they are concerned for the reputation of self as well as the reputation and image of the university, for which we are better known, and with a short span of 18 years only, we have achieved 14th best rank as per All India NIRF, which is not possible for the institutions having 4 decades of experience and expertise. Are you not excited to clap here? Because I told you. And I'm happy that you have heard my words very correctly and you have not deviated the line. That is what the secret of the students of SY, that is what the beauty of the success of पसंद है या ना पसंद, लेकिन आपको रेस्पॉन्सिबल होना चाहिए. व्हाट इज द रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी? बीच बीच में ताली बजाना. और सुनिए, एक लास्ट बात, appoint the speaker now. I hope we have done that. Let me stop here. God bless you. Jai Jagannath. Bande Uttar Jagannath.
Thank you, sir, for your truly inspiring and motivating words. Every grand celebration becomes even more meaningful when graced by the words of an inspiring personality. Today we are fortunate to have such a leader among us. With great joy and respect, I now invite our chief guest, Mrs. Saswati Das, Vice President of Shiksha Anusandhan Deemed University and Director of Suma Air Private Limited, and she has been the pillar of our Shiksha Anusandhan University, and she has endorsed a JAGO program and offers social activity programs. So I request Saswati Das ma'am to please come upon the dais and share her valuable insight.
Jai Jagannath. Professor Dr. Ruchi Bhuyan, Dean, Institute of Dental Science. Professor Dr. J.R. Das, Students Welfare, Shiksha Anusandhan University. Professor Dr. Gopal Chaudhary, Medical Superintendent, IDS. Professor Dr. Abhijita Mahapatra, Associate Dean, Examination, IDS. Dr. Ipsita Mahanti, Assistant Professor, Department of Oral Pathology. Students, faculty and members of SOA and SRM family. I am pleased to be present at VIBGYOR 2025, the annual function of the Institute of Dental Sciences. On this happy occasion, I express my good wishes to everyone present here. Annual celebrations are very important and sacred event in the calendar of any institution. It helps students to develop their academic performance and excel their talent. Face is the main gateway to the human body. Beautiful smile always brings glow to face. Dental surgeon plays a pivotal role in the field of oral and overall health science. Since ages teeth signifies manifestation and beautification, now era has come where recent advances in dentistry keep students looking forward to a bright future in the field. A student should always strive for the betterment of society with acquisition of knowledge. In this context, I urge every doctor shall treat the patient with compassion, which may help in improving the quality of treatment as a part of nation building. Institute of Dental Sciences is the main gateway of our beloved SOA University, which made a remarkable entry to health and allied sciences in 2006. Since then, there is no looking back. IDS has gone beyond everybody's expectations and become the number one dental institution in Eastern India, which marked a ninth act by NRI in the country. Within these years, it is the only non-governmental organization which has been selected as a Cochrane affiliated central and running successfully a multi-centric implementation research program by ICMR, Government of India. I want the students shall participate with utmost discipline in the performing week-long event to keep the pride of the university high. I hope that all the students of this institute will become highly successful dentists and make a name for themselves. The university has been striving hard to create excellent infrastructure and extend services for students. I wish all the students a very bright future. Thank you.
all.
I, Priyajit Parida, as the class representative, solemnly pledge that I will take up the responsibility of conducting our fest with sincerity, honesty, and fairness. I promise to organize all activities with discipline, ensuring equal opportunity and respect for everyone. Led by example, upholding the values of integrity, teamwork, and accountability. Make decision in the best interest of the class and the fest, without bias or favoritism. Handle all duties transparently and responsibly, maintaining trust and harmony. Work with dedication to make the fest successful and enjoyable. With this pledge, I commit myself to serve with honesty, discipline, and for the success of this event. Thank you for joining us. Every grand celebration becomes even more meaningful when graced by the work. Sorry. Now, as a mark of our deep respect and gratitude, we would like to felicitate our esteemed guests with something special, very personally handcrafted by my batchmate, Abhipsa Jaina and Dr. Rupsa ma'am. I request Dean ma'am and Abhijita ma'am to kindly come forward and felicitate our chief guest and guest of honor. I request Rupsa ma'am to please come up on the dais. Thank you, everyone.
As we move towards the conclusion of today's wonderful event, it is time to express our gratitude to all who made this event more memorable. To do the honors, I would now like to request Dr. Ipsita Mohanty ma'am to present the vote of thanks.
A very warm morning and good morning everyone. On behalf of the entire VIBGYOR team, Team IDS, I, Dr. Ipshita Mohanty, Faculty Coordinator, take the immense pleasure in delivering the vote of thanks for this beautiful inauguration. Well, gratitude, we can all feel the gratitude, but until and unless it is expressed, it is like wrapping a gift in a wrapping paper and not giving it to them. So it's a customary we should present the vote of thanks. A warm thank you to our Vice Chairman, President, Professor Dr. Manoranjan Nayak sir, for giving his constant vision and guidance and allowing us to do this VIBGYOR after a long time. We had been waiting for 2 years almost for this event to happen. A very warm thank you to our Vice President Ma'am, Madam Sashwati Das, Shiksha and Anusandhan University, and Director Suma Real Private Limited, who is also an esteemed social worker, to grace the occasion. Our sincere thanks to guest of honor, Professor Jyotiranjan Das sir, Dean of Students' Welfare, for motivating our students with his presence. A special note of thanks to our Dean, Professor Ruchi Bhuya ma'am, because her execution and planning, because of her only, this was possible with all those hindrances which we had previously. Thank you, ma'am. I extend my thanks to Associate Dean ma'am, Professor Avijita Mahapatra ma'am, for her constant encouragement and support. I also extend my gratitude to Professor Gopal Chaudhary sir, DS IDS, Dental Superintendent IDS, for his cooperation, and he is the man behind for the discipline in IDS. If he is not there, then discipline would not happen. I also extend my heartfelt thanks to the final year students and the organizing batch for this incredible work. Truly, without you, VIBGYOR wouldn't shine so bright. From today, an entire week awaits us, filling with fun, creativity, and cherished memories. May Lord Jagannath shower his blessings for a smooth and successful conduction of the events. Last but not the least, I thank all the HODs, faculty members, co-colleagues, and all the students of our IDS to kindly conduct this program very smoothly. Finally, to all our dear students, have fun, give your best, and yes, remember, discipline is the new cool. Understand? So the take-home message is enjoy, maximize, fight, minimize. बड़ी जगहों में छोटी-छोटी नोक-झोंक होती है. Forget it, ignore it, and carry on for the successful VIBGYOR 2020. Thank you.
आज मत बहुत खुशी लगुच मो पिलांकर ये VIBGYOR 2025 फंक्शन को आसिक पिला माने बहुत भल भाव में ऑर्गेनाइज कर आज प्रोग्राम फास्ट दिन आशा करुच्ची डिसिप्लिन भाव में प्रोग्राम टाक एंजॉय करेंगे विदिन लिमिट सबू आमर डीन मैडम गोठू आरंभ कर आमर सबू जाक सार मैडम मु जहाँ आज शुणी जानिली जे पिला माननकु निश्चित भाव में प्रोग्रामटा से मैंने एंजॉय करूँ आउ डिसिप्लिन भितर रहीकि एंजॉय करूँ आ मु सेमानंकर उज्जवल भविष्य कामना करछि से माने भविष्य में भल डाक्टर हूँ कॉलेज रे ना रखु यूनिवर्सिटी ना रखु देश ना रखु थैंक यू
नमस्कार आज आमर VIBGYOR एनुअल फेस्ट IDS सोआ कैंपस रे आरंभ होती ग्रेस कर वाइस प्रेसिडेंट शिक्षा अनुसंधान यूनिवर्सिटी वाइस प्रेसिडेंट शाश्वती मैडम वी आर वेरी ग्रेटफुल टू हर आम पिला माने आज 7 days धरिके तांकर क्रिएटिविटी एंजॉयमेंट एंटरटेनमेंट रे तांकर शोकेस करेंगे टैलेंटा आउ दिस इज निहाती दरकार एकेडमिक संगे एंटरटेनमेंट पिलांको निहाती दरकार यहाँ आमर लास्ट 2 years पेंडिंग थिला ए वर्ष आम करूँ तापाई आम ऑनरेबल प्रेसिडेंट मनोज रंजन सार को बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद दौचु आ पिला माने आज एंजॉय करेंगे।
Anyone from third year, please inform your debate participants to come. We will start it early now. Guests have already arrived, so please call your batchmates, those who have been in debate, Rikya Mahanti and Ishika Shankar, to come immediately.
Interns, please come. begin, let's take a moment to recognize the guiding lights of today's event, our honorable judges, Dr. Rinki ma'am and Dr. Shitansu sir. Ma'am, I welcome you both to this event and please enlighten us about the topic after the event.
I would request all the participants to please be ready for the debate competition. From first year, Akansha Malik and Priya Ragini Mishra. From second year, Priya Darshini Sahu.
From third year, Rikya Mahanti, and from fourth year, Ashutosh Mahanti, and from intern batch, Dr. Arpita Panda and Dr. Swapnil Ghosh, and from PGs, Dr. Rupam sir. And from third year, Rishika Sankar.
We are thrilled to have you here. To ensure a successful and fun event for everyone, please take a moment to review these important rules.
The topic of today's debate is, are suicides preventable? The rules are, participants will get 3 minutes to present their views, a short buzzer will signify completion of 2 minutes, and a long buzzer will notify 3 minutes has been completed. If any participants will exceed the time limit, marks will be deducted accordingly.
Participants must strictly adhere to their stance allotted for or against. Our judges will evaluate based on content, delivery, and rebuttal. Judges will also enrich us with their feedback, making this competition a true learning experience.
Now, let us begin with our first debater, Akanksha Malik from first year, to present her argument for the motion.
India reported 1,70,924 reports in 2022, out of which 7.6% of the students were the cause of India reported that 1,70,924 cases were reported in 2022, out of which 7.6% of them were students, out of which 2,248 of them were the suicide patient were attributed due to the cause of exam failures. Suicide is not just the end of the life, it is end of the hope. When there is a hope, there is a prevention. An exuberant afternoon, everybody. This is Akanksha Malik of first year, here to speak for the topic, suicide are preventable. According to WHO, suicide is a global epidemic. It is the third largest cause of death in the world. India accounts for the third largest in the female suicides and nearly the fourth largest in the male suicide. Suicide is often considered as a tragic end of life. But it's not a fate, not a destiny, but it is an outcome that be prevented. Individual factors like low self-esteem, low confidence, higher expectations, impulsivity, history of physical and mental abuse can be a leading factors of those. Over-anxious and over-ambitious parents also put pressures. Comparison with peers and educational factors, administration putting pressures on the student are also the leading factors for the suicidal risk. Let's not forget that treatment is available. Conditions like depression, anxiety, trauma are not character flaws. They are illness, and like any other illness, they can be treated with supports, help, and communities are there to help them, and we can see how many people have taken the step back from the deed. Let's not forget that we are always there to help. A simple conversation like, are you okay? Or asking and telling them that you're not alone can help them and can create a difference in the life and death. Suicide is definitely preventable. When there is a help, there is a hope, and it can be prevented. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Akanksha. That was a power-packed delivery.
Let us now listen to Dr. Rupam sir speaking against the motion.
Hello, check. Good morning to the revered judges and the spectacular audience sitting in front of me. myself, Dr. Rupambara Dikari, I'll be speaking for against the motion, that is, suicides are not preventable. To understand it, according to the Oxford Dictionary, prevent word means to stop something or to stop someone from doing anything. Can we say that all our psychology sessions, counseling sessions, can account for 100% stop of the suicide rates? No, right? So we can minimize it. We cannot totally stop it. That's my first line. And in this stipulated time, I have come across basically 3 reasons for suicide. First is mental stress and disorder conditions. Patients with schizophrenia, patients with psychomotor disabilities, they have a tendency to hurt themselves. Psychology sessions can indeed help them, but in the heat of the moment, what the patient does, that is totally up to him. Researchers have said that all the suicide events that actually takes place within minutes. Now, in this 2 to 3 minutes, can we call for help? Are services in India that patent that help to the needy will reach within 1 minute? We are still a far fetch away from that. We haven't still reached to that level. The second thing that I'd like to focus is the pressure on the individual students. Now, as my fellow competitor said, that suicides in students is increasingly high in India. Why is that so? There is increasing amount of peer pressure, academic stress, family pressure. So all this builds up in the student over years, decades. So that counseling can help it. But if the patient goes into a serious trauma, mental stress, so the student can succumb to what is called as a suicide. Now, no counseling sessions can help him save that. Now, to conclude my speech, I'd like to say that suicides are not preventable, but by correct measures and interventions, we can minimize it to a greater extent. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. It was absolutely commendable. Now, all eyes and ears to Priyadarshini, who will put forth her perspective on for the motion.
You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Suicide, that is killing yourself. More than 7,20,000 people die due to suicide every year. It is the third most leading cause of death between the 15 to 30 years people. The main reason of suicide can be multiple, influenced by social, physical, behavioral, physiological changes, etc. A very good morning everyone present over here. Myself Priyadarshini, second year student, going to share my views on the given topic. Can suicide be preventable? According to me, suicide can be preventable. Suicide is not the result of weakness. It is a pain and uncleared suffering. And just like any other public health issues, it can be reduced and prevented. First of all, early intervention works. Many people who attempt suicide, it has been observed they have been suffered from early symptoms like isolation from friends and family, hopelessness, nervousness, etc. If these factors can be considered, then suicide can be reduced. Second, mental health treatment. Mental health treatment can be effective. Nervousness, depression, anxiety can be treated by therapy, counseling, etc. It has been observed that there is a rise in graph among the youngsters' death due to suicide. It has been recorded 80 per 1 lakh among the girls and 30 per 1 lakh among the boys from the last 10 years. It can be reduced if every schools make a student counselor where students can freely interact their problems. Government is also taking various measures to reduce suicide, like suicide prevention program, which mainly aim to reduce suicide by 10% to 2030 by 2020. School is the main key to prevent suicide. At last, I want to say that जिंदगी है, मुश्किलें आएंगी, मुश्किलों को हंस के जीना है. अगर मुश्किलें हंस के जिया जाए, everything is possible. Thank you.
Thank you, Priyadarshini. It was a remarkable performance.
Moving on, I would request Priya Ragini Mishra to share her views against the motion.
Respected judges, teachers and friends, I, Priyaragini Mishra, rise against the motion. While we say all suicides are preventable, but the reality paints a different picture. Suicides often rises due to untreated depression, anxiety, family conflict and social pressure. With awareness campaigns, helplines and medical treatment, we might reduce the risk of it, but as it is a very complex human emotion, it cannot be totally prevented. Suicide is an impulsive act which ma'am, human emotions are very complex. Even people who really struggle sometimes hide their emotions so well that their close ones do not even recognize the signs. So we cannot say that with proper treatment people can benefit from it, because some people they do not properly accept the treatment. All suicides cannot be preventable, though some can be with little efforts like listening without judgment, open conversations, and spreading awareness. We can prevent some cases, though not all. By this, if we can save even a single life, the prevention program can be worthwhile. Thank you.
Thank you, Priya. It was truly impressive. With energy and conviction, may I request Rikhya Mohanty to present her views for the motion.
I kept on knocking. But the door never opened. I thought he was sleeping, but he actually slept forever. We broke the door and my eyes were stunned to see that happy, jolly guy who was hanging to the fan. A very pleasant afternoon to one and all. This is Rikhya going to speak that yes, suicide is preventable. We live in a country where not just the country's economy, but the suicidal rate is also high in the past 56 years. Actually, one of my worthy opponents spoke very rightly. Whenever we get the fact that suicide, we get reasons like schizophrenia, borderline personality disorder, maybe long-term depression or anxiety. But how can we neglect the very minor fact that's actually roaming in the corridor of the hospital itself? How can we ignore the fact that it's all majority of the suicidal cases in India is nothing but academic pressures? I'll take you all back to the year 2022. You know why? 14th June 2025. This date need to be remembered. Many such days will come and many such dates need to be remembered, because it's the date when the NEET UG result was announced. And on the same day, 7 youngsters of 19 years old committed suicide. And what was the reasons? Indian parents. Why? Because we live in a country where academics matter, where good marks matter, where job matter. If you're fat, you'll be bullied. If you're not getting good marks, you'll be bullied. If you're not able to submit your project in your time, you'll be bullied, you'll be punished. You will be pushed to that much extent limit till you commit suicide. One of my worthy opponent rightly said that can we save somebody prior 2-3 minutes to suicide? Why not? Oxford Dictionary rightly had given the definition about communication, about prevent. Prevent is to minimize. But how can we forget the right definition of communication? Communication is actually important because according to a data analysis by WHO, 60 to 80% of the suicides can be prevented only by communicating, and only a single call. I'll give you one of the last example that we live in a hostel and we forget to knock the side door if the door is being locked for 2-3 days, and when we open the door, what we see? That somebody is already dead inside. And what are we actually lacking? All we are lacking is awareness. All we are lacking is communication. All we were lacking is actually asking somebody, are you fine? All we were lacking is actually giving somebody confidence that you are not undermined, you are not underconfident, you can do it, you will do better, and you are not going to give up. You can do it and you will do better. We don't encourage. All we do is like, yes, you cannot. You need to give up. And this is the major reason. We all say schizophrenia. Schizophrenia is not just the reason. The reason is mental health. Mental health don't come from these diseases. Mental health comes from family, friends, and peer pressure. I'll sign off. Thank you.
Thank you, Riksha. That was really a blend of passion and logic. Really a blend of passion and logic. Now we have Dr. Arpita ready to weave words against the motion.
According to WHO, 700,000 people commit suicide yearly worldwide. That's one death in every 4.4 seconds. If suicide is truly preventable, then why do these numbers remain so high even after decades of awareness campaigns, hotlines, and medical interventions? The reality is, suicides can be reduced, but they cannot be entirely prevented. Good afternoon, everybody. This is Dr. Arpita Panda from the intern batch, here to speak against today's motion, Are Suicides Preventable? Saying that suicides are preventable oversimplifies the reality. We can reduce the risk, yes, but we cannot fully prevent it. There are various complex reasonings which goes on inside the person who's about to commit suicide. Many mental health conditions like depression, schizophrenia, financial distress, debt, academic pressure, bullying, self-isolation. The truth is, not everyone with these struggles commits suicide, but those who do not reveal their pain until the very last moment. This makes their problems invisible to the people around them. Suicide is affected intrinsically by various socio-cultural factors, which means that there is no safe indication that a solution which has worked somewhere will also work somewhere else. Let's look at our ancient history. Our goddess of the universe, Ma Sati, she couldn't prevent herself from self-immolation. There are studies that show that one-third of these suicides which occur in 5 minutes of the thought arising. This shows that the decisions are sudden, impulsive, and totally invisible to those around them. This means that we cannot spot and prevent every suicide. Some countries legally allow medically assisted suicide or euthanasia. This means if suicide can be prevented, this means that euthanasia would not exist as a legally and socially acceptable choice. This means that the society accepts euthanasia, that there are certain situations where prevention is not possible nor ethical. Our duty as a society is not to promise prevention. Our duty as a society is to reduce the risk. It is to offer compassion. Our duty is to offer someone help, to make sure they are not left alone in the darkest of hours. We may not save every life, but even if we save one life, that is a victory worth fighting for. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Arpita, for an impactful delivery.
Now, the mic is all yours, Rishika. Please share your points for the motion.
Good morning. Every 40 seconds, someone in the world is taking their life by suicide. That means about 800,000 people are taking their life every year just by suicide. Good morning to one and all present here. I'm Rishika Shankar and I am here to speak for the motion. Suicides. Suicides. Why are suicides taking place? It's mostly because of the communication problem and the peer pressure. Most of the suicide people, they do not deliberately want to take their lives. They mostly take their life because they do not have alternative solutions to their problems. And what are suicidal thoughts? Suicidal thoughts are nothing but an untreatable mental illness. An illness that can be treated with communication, with family presence, and with friends. Most of the people we see have a chance to suicide. But do you think the suicide cannot be preventable? Most of us think that suicide cannot be prevented. I'll give an example. An example of a patient who has a 40% risk of surviving. Do you ever see their families not taking any further medical procedures to save their loved ones? They do, right? So that means not everything can be prevented, but we can slow it down. We can prevent most of it. If we do so, at least 80,000 people and 80,000 lives can be survived per year. Most of mostly what we see is the third. So, I'm sorry, I'm just getting confused with the lights. Lights are coming on my face. So there's too much on my mind. Yeah, too much. Yeah. Oh, it's okay, I'll be here. Yeah, it's fine, it's fine. Yeah. So most of the people do not understand the real reason behind it. The real reason is not that people are unable to take away from it. I'll give you two quotes. Two quotes from the people who once thought that they'll commit suicide. One comes from, I had a thought of doing suicide for every day, for 6 straight weeks. Then I chose that I need to be a better person for myself and for my son. The second says that happiness is an instant recovery. Imagine who actually did the suicide. Seems like no one, but no, the second one did. So this is not how it happens. This happens with people who are unable to take choices, who are unable to make choices. It's difficult. I conclude by saying this is not easy, but it can be preventable. Thank you.
Thank you, Rishika, for your impactful delivery. The next voice in this battle of ideas is that of Ashutosh Mohanty, presenting his views for the motion.
Hello. One suicide is one of too many. I, Ashutosh Mohanty, welcome you to the debate competition today. Suicide, according to National Crime Records Bureau, is defined as premature ending of lives due to personal reasons that causes ripple effect on the society, friends, and the communities. India records highest number of deaths due to suicides in the world, and 2/3 of that compromises to the young adults ranging between 18 to 29 years of age. I would like to highlight some points what causes this heinous act to occur. First, individual causes like individual causes which causes documentous thinking and personal relationship issues and family problems, and social causes like bullying and harassment at workplaces, and economic causes like low salaries and failure to get favorable jobs. Now I would like to highlight how we can prevent suicide in India. To prevent suicide in India, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare in 2022 created a national suicide prevention strategy which aims to reduce suicide by 10% by 2030, and National Mental Health Policy in 2014 which primarily aims to reduce the suicide in mentally compromised patients, and helpline numbers or toll-free numbers has been introduced by various departments of India to counsel the students. For example, Kiran toll helpline number has been released by Department of Social Empowerment and Justice, and Manodarpan is released by Ministry of Education, and few laws has also been impaired to keep a tab on the suicide cases. For example, Indian Penal Code Act 309 which states that an attempt to suicide can draw an imprisonment of up to 1 year, and now recently Bharatiya Nyaya Samhita also prescribes the same, and WHO has also launched a Live Life program which is based on 4 pillars, and it requires a multi-sectoral approach. The first pillar being to refrain from the means of suicide and to interact with media so that they can sensitively report these issues, to foster socio-economic, socio-emotional life skills among adolescents, and to investigate, and early investigation can lead to the prevention of suicides. At last, I want to say that suicides are preventable, and we should make a life for everyone, so that there should be a place for life, and rather than they should live. If we reduce the suicide by around 10%, then we can attain a SDG grade 3 level that WHO prescribes for a happy living index of a country. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashutosh. That was a thought-provoking experience for all of us.
Now I request Dr. Swapnil Ghosh to present his argument for the motion.
Ladies and gentlemen, suicide is not chosen. It occurs when pain exceeds the resources involved in coping the mechanism of pain. This is the very well thought that came into my mind when I first got the topic. It was stated by Andrew Solomon. Respected judges, teachers, and my dear friends, lend me your ears because today I rise to speak for the motion. Yes, suicides are preventable. See, first of all, suicide is not a disease. It is a byproduct of despair, hopelessness, and isolation. Now, people don't get proper environment to share their feelings, share their pain. They feel there is no way out, and that's exactly where the phase of prevention starts. We have to convince them. We have to tell, yes, there is a way out. We have to create awareness. There should be regular counseling about mental health, and there should be removal about the stigma about it. I personally had done this mental health counseling for many juniors during my hostel days. Now, the second point which I would like to ask you guys, why people commit suicide? They commit suicide, as I said, there is no way out. But this is not the issue. Life has many things to do. We can follow the principle of 3C, compassion, care, and connection. Just like heart attacks can be reduced by lifestyle changes, road traffic accidents can be prevented by following proper traffic regulations. By following the 3C, compassion, connect, and care, we can reduce suicide. By prevention, we don't tell that we can completely eradicate it, but we can intervene. We can get the timely support done and save many lives. See, let me tell you something. Suicide, every story of suicide is not just a statistic. It's a voice unheard. It's a story unfinished. It needs to be dealt with care. Suicide does not end the probability of life getting worse, but it certainly ends the probability of it ever getting better. With this, I like to conclude my note. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Dr. Swapnil. Your words truly carried both wisdom and impact.
I would like to thank all the participants for your powerful words and inspiring performances.
If any one of you want to tell something else, something about the motion or for the motion or against the motion or rebuke, they can tell now for 1 minute.
Hello. First of all, I applaud my fellow competitors. They have been very spontaneous on the stage. My question is, can I put it in person or in general? In general, okay. One of my competitors has spoken about WHO norms. Now, WHO is an international organization. Suicides happen at individual level. How does that relate? What norms they make to commit to an individual level takes sure time. So WHO might have kept the norm, but it will sure take time to commit to this level to make prevention happen. And my second question is, now my fellow competitors, they have just misunderstood the difference between emotional disorder and mental disorder. Emotional disorder is something which you can control. If you say, are you fine? Are you doing good? You can help with that. But mental disorders including schizophrenia, bipolar disorders, if you say about these, are you fine? The patient is not going to help. If you visit a psychiatry ward any day, you will see fans are closed with railings because patients there are prone to suicidal attempts. So the topic is, are suicides preventable? The topic isn't, are suicides preventable in students? We have to speak as suicides in general. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
So yeah, you rightly said how WHO. So actually WHO has given one estimation according to which recently you can browse right now that 7 lakh suicidal cases has been found all across the world. And according to that, they had suggested due to which communication is one of the reasons that can actually 60 to 80% exact fact I'm telling you, 60 to 80% communication can deplete the suicidal rate. And second thing, he gave a very good example about emotional and health mental issue. You said na 2-3 minutes can't. If a single call, like I believe I had personally communicated many people, I know many counselors, there are many mental health counselors, even they are counselors, they had done study regarding this. They used to also suggest that even a single call, if somebody is going to commit any suicide and at that point any your father or mother or somebody, a very close person calls that person, communicate and tries to explain that life is important, you are better, tries to make somebody understand his or her importance, then that can actually help somebody to stop from committing suicide. So you actually told the right thing. But you know what? When you're speaking at the third point, when you told about you are against the motion, खत्म होते होते आप फॉर्म में आ गए थे, बोले थे ना वो स्टूडेंट्स को लेके, तो एंडिंग खराब हो गया था.
I'm sorry for this. The thing is that you said about 62 to 80%? Yes. Okay, okay. Whatever is the percentage. So it's not 100%.
We cannot do any, there is nothing, I think anything is possible which can give guarantee of 100%, but we can try 60 to 80%. Exactly, but trying is important. He said 2-3 minutes can't save. He didn't say that it can save. That's why you are against and you are not relevant.
Topic. See, there is a very layman understanding of the topic. Is suicides preventable? Is dental caries preventable? Yes, but it depends on the individual level. It's preventable doesn't mean 100% you can eradicate it. We can reduce it. The topic itself states that. Topic is suicides preventable? Preventable does not confirm you 100% success.
What was the topic of today's discussion? Are suicides preventable? The topic was never can suicides be reduced? Everyone who was speaking against today's motion was saying that this rate of suicides can be reduced. We agree that it can be reduced with all the interventions and everything. But what we do not agree is that we can completely prevent it, that we can eradicate suicides from the world. That was the point of everyone who was speaking against the motion. And coming on to the schizophrenia topic, it's a very complex disease and we cannot just compare it. Every disease is complex. We cannot compare everything with each other and say that if this, as I stated in my debate, that what works here will not work over there. Everything needs a different solution. Thank you.
If a person is suffering from mental disorder, then I tell them to follow the principle of 3C: compassion, connect, care. If someone is suffering from emotional disorder, mental disorder, it becomes the responsibility of immediate relatives to take them to the psychiatrists and offer the help. So and secondly, this suicide is an impulsive action. There is a 2 to 3 minutes delay of occurring suicide. This is the window of opportunity for everyone. So where is the confusion? And prevention itself means reduction. You cannot get 100% reduction. If you say dental caries is preventable, we will say yes. But you cannot get 100% success in reducing dental caries. If it gets fully prevented, we doctors will get unemployed.
According to me, by reduction only we can prevent it. Like people suffer from early symptoms. Before committing suicide, there has been observed that they have been suffered from isolation, nervousness. If we point out these things, then we can reduce suicide. So, according to my opponents who have said that it is about preventable, we can reduce, and by reduction only we can prevent it.
Another thing you said that it's 60 to 80%. Suppose you are put into a situation where one of your relative or friend or somebody who is undergoing the suicidal thought, you found that he is under suicidal thought, then will you assume the same thing, that 60 to 80% there is probability, so you won't take any initiative? Because 100% chances are not there, you said.
Okay, wait. I just have one more point to say. That means that we are saying that people who cannot help their close ones by helping them, that means is it okay for us as a society to guilt them into thinking you could not save their lives? Is this the correct stance that we should progress as a society with? And also again, I'd like to state that the topic was, can suicides be prevented, not reduced?
Okay, Riksha, taken. Everybody's point taken.
Okay. Thank you, each one of you, the organizers and all the presenters. I think the topic was very good because the discussion just doesn't seem to end. So I think it can continue till 3 p.m. if we want. Each of us can speak something for the topic or against the topic. But in the end, I think there is an overlap. The for topic also wants that it should be prevented, the against also knows that it can be prevented to some extent, and all of us know that it cannot be eradicated completely, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And again, the gap which we were seeing, or the statistics which you all were stating, the rate of suicides is high in the younger age group. That is alarming. The older age groups, for different socio-economic reasons or emotional reasons, that was a different thing. But what is alarming is the rate of suicides which is increasing amongst the youngsters. That needs to be taken, we should address that more in the present scenario, especially when we are discussing this topic in the college, in the academic institutions. Okay, so here the counseling or the other things which you have mentioned, the 3 C's which he put up, these things will be more useful. And Arpita, as she mentioned about the rate of or the suicide or the euthanasia, that is again another thing altogether. That's a separate thing altogether. But at the end, taking life willingly, which God has given you, you just have no right. You just have no right. So if it is preventable, that is the best thing that we can do. In whatever way, Okay? So a nice afternoon, and I think the lunch is getting delayed for everyone. So I'll just announce the winners. Sir, you want to say something? You can just add.
Only thing I'd like to tell all of you that life is beautiful. You have been given life, to do something worthwhile. So don't waste it just by bringing out thoughts, and don't go into a seclusion. Okay, don't go to a self-seclusion. The main problem lies nowadays is the social setup. Right from the beginning, our parents are struggling due to the financial matters. They have high aspirations towards their kids. Inside they want the best for their kids, but due to some or the financial crunches or the social sigmas, they're not able to do it. So there is even the kids and all, due to the exposure to the materialistic world. You see a lot of ads, you are socially so active and all. So everybody is a guru nowadays. So everybody is putting something or the other. They just go sway away with that thoughts. So they also have their own aspiration level. So the match of aspiration of parents and the kids, it starts from there. Then when they come to academic setup also, there will be pressure, but the thing is the level of resistance have gone up, but the tolerance have gone down. There is a difference between resistance and tolerance. Patience. No patience. Nowadays, if you see somebody driving, mostly the younger individuals, as if they feel like they want to have a urgent loop. Exactly. Very as if 1 minute will world will turn against them. So it is impatience. So don't be impatient. Have an open conversation. Don't just depend on the social pages, please. Be social among yourself. Have a word of round. Talk to each other. Nowadays, I see people when they talk, they will be with their mobile. They'll be talking to each other by their mobile content, not the content of theirs. They don't express themselves to the others, not even to the parents, not even to anybody. It's all becoming they're becoming what you call it, like the slave of a smartphone or something. So don't be a slave of anything. Use your God-given virtues. Use your brain. Cultivate it. Don't get nothing to get depressed. Life is, that's what again I said, it's wonderful, beautiful. Go around places. Don't if you don't feel like trapped in one place for a long time. Go out. Go to a different, what you call it is, environment. Not the bad ones. There are like lot of things to see. Go to the wild, go to the nature. There is there is lot of diversion. Cultivate some hobbies, good hobbies. Okay. So don't just be a smartphone master. Yeah, don't always say I'm stressed. Life is stress. Without stress, life won't move. You won't have challenges without stress. But the yes, stress is the what you say is the stress will make you run, make you do something. Okay. If you don't get a stress, take it as a challenge. No, I have to find out, and please go for solution. Don't just make yourself churn inside the problematic cycle. This thing has happened. This happens to me only. No, it doesn't happen. You are not socially aware. You are not gone to the masses. You haven't seen the world. How difficult it is. Okay. If you go to the African continent and go to South Sudan or go to there and go there, then you will know the value of your life, what luxury you are in. So please understand this. I am not undermining anybody. Everybody has the potential. And please help your friend. That's what they said. Please help your friends. Open up yourself and others also who are slightly mentally strong. Please contribute to help the weak ones who are for many feel very sad with a very small thing also. Don't let them, try to make them happy. Okay. Anyway, good argument, ma'am. Please, you do the honors. Yeah, from after careful observation, the third prize goes to Asutosh Mahante.
The second goes to Dr. Rupam. And the first prize goes to Dr. Arpita Panda.
All of you were good, and to the organizers, it was not. It is not intended. They are. Okay. Don't get the suicidal tendency for this. Okay, all are good, and few got a bit of a hiccup. There's nothing to do. Okay. Swapnil also is good, as worth mentioning. Everyone. And the audience also, inclusion of audience is wonderful. Thank you so much for the opportunity. The organist. Yeah, debate should be like that. Debate should be like that. It should bring about something, just like a white paper. That should bring out. Okay. Thank you very much.
I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our respected judges and enthusiastic participants. Judges, your encouraging words will remain a source of inspiration for our debaters.